Good afternoon and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am Dion Bluddworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video is RPG A Day 2021. It is day 12, and today's prompt is the word think. So I was thinking about the different ways that I can use this word in describing playing RPGs, and where I finally decided to fall on is the idea that this is really a thinking person's game, and that's any genre of RPGs. So role playing games require you to you act, and in at certain tables with certain game masters where they will require you to declare what your character is going to do, and then that's the action that you're doing. There's very little room to take back what you just said, and that kind of keeps the dynamic movement of action going forward um, kind of strictly enforced. um, so you have to think, and you have to think quickly. And in order um, to think quickly and to still have your best chance of a positive outcome, you really need to understand what the role is, and you also need to understand how what your character is capable of doing is going to interact and hopefully enhance what the other player characters in the group are doing as well. And so it's a coordinated thinking process where, as you become more familiar with each other, you'll start to realize that there are certain ways that the other players are going to react to a certain situation that you're presented with, and you have to think fast. And if you delay in your thinking because you weren't expecting what's going to happen, a GM may decide that, well, that cause of delay in your action is going to result in you giving up initiative, let's say, or you might even give up the entire round because you're just stuck in that thinking process. You don't know what to do next. So thinking is, especially ahead of time, and thinking about what your character is capable of doing and how your character might react in certain situations, is the best cure for indecisive action during gameplay. So that's one thing from a player's perspective of how to use think. For a game master, or a dungeon master if you prefer that term, for a dungeon master, you have to think about what you might have to do in order to change up the situation for outside reasons. You never know when someone might have to step away. All right, and you have to be prepared for those kinds of things. So you need to think a little bit ahead of time. You need to have a certain amount of preparation before you actually start your playing session, and you have to think through some of these things. You have to think, well, you know what, the the magic user, it's his or her player is not here today, and so we're either going to move forward and I'll have to think about how to modify the adventure so that that missing person isn't such an impact on continuing to tell the story, or I might have to think about calling the session if it was just not a good time to run without that particular player, and so just try to reschedule. I would seriously warn against doing that kind of a thing. But if it's if it's that important for that particular player to be at the table for that particular portion of an adventure, or an event that's about to occur, then you may have to just do that. So thinking is something that you're doing both in the game, and you're doing it metagame as well. So thinking is very important. You should be thinking constantly about your game session as you're going through. If you're a player, you're thinking about your character and your character's capabilities and how your character is going to interact with the rest of the player characters. If you're the GM, you're thinking about, how is the flow of this game session going? Do I have to make any quick changes in order for it to become a much more enjoyable situation? And you just have to generally think. So thank you for joining. I hope you liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you hadn't subscribed, please consider subscribing. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section, and I will get back to answering them. I'm usually very good at coming back and making sure that I get those comments answered, or at least responded to, and sometimes they drive where I go with the next video or whatnot. So please consider leaving those comments in there. It's really important so that I can respond to what you're looking for as far as content on this channel. And once again, stay safe out there. I look forward to seeing you on the gaming screen sometime soon. You'll have a great rest of the evening, and just keep on gaming out there. Take care.